Let's talk a little bit about that Ravens Green Bay game here. Malik Willis balled out. I mean, played absolutely out his mind. We're talking 30 million, 2 years, like guaranteed on the table for this guy. Absolutely balling. 288 passing yards, one passing touchdown, 60 rush yards, two rush TDs. I mean, like I told you this, he looked like prime Lamar. Like that gave me prime Lamar flashbacks before Lamar got all the muscle on, and like he looked that good. Give me your take on that game and the Ravens. We're going to talk about the showdown that's coming up, but the Ravens look really good in that game. Do you think that that is something they can replicate? Because Lamar's probably not going to play against the Steelers, so we'll have to see how that goes.
It just depends on, yeah, obviously Lamar. If he's at 70%, I think you have to play him. I think
Yeah.
it's just the fear it puts in the defense coordinators, the stress that it puts on the defense. Obviously, this game is going to have to go through Derrick Henry, though. You
Yep.
just saw it, freaking 30 plus carries, 200 yards. Like, this is going to have to be a bell cow type of game. I don't think we're going to see a lot of passing production, honestly, at all. I think
Yeah.
this game has to be won on the run game. And
Yeah.
you look at Green Bay. We talked about Malik Willis. He might deserve some money, man.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is he has strung together multiple performances dating to last season. He came in last season and looked good when Jordan Love missed a game or two. And yeah, I just think he looks much more comfortable in this LaFleur offense, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if he could have started his career here, like, who knows how he could have been. Like, he started there in Tennessee, confidence rattled and all that. So I do
Yeah.
like Malik Willis moving forward.
Yeah. To touch a little bit on the Packers. Let me know what you think about this. Matt LaFleur is 3-5 in the playoffs overall. Since 2022, he has finished the seventh seed three times, and in that fourth, missed the playoffs completely. Is it safe to say that if this Green Bay team goes packing first game, do you think that Matt LaFleur could potentially be on the hot seat, or at least on the hot seat moving into the next season?
Yeah, I think, yeah, if they don't win a playoff game this season, he's definitely going to be on the hot
Yeah.
seat going into the year after
Yeah.
that. I think you have to look at it. I don't know if it's even just a hot seat, just like, all right, come on, what's your plan here
Little
for these
wake up
next 2 3
call.
years? We're gonna be without Micah for majority of the probably the beginning and maybe towards the middle, towards the end
Yeah.
of the season as
Hmm.
well. So, obviously you get the run game that's been inefficient this year. So moving forward, I don't know how they feel about Josh Jacobs. Like, 'cause, older
He's
running
got
backs
some
get. You know
mileage
how teams do him. Yeah, he's got a lot of mileage on him. He's still a great back, but
playing
you
behind that
don't want to
Raiders
get
O
rid of him.
line. Gonna give you some
Yeah,
mileage.
but he's got to be on the hot seat if they get bounced. Like, if they get bounced out and the offense is just looking like a shell of itself, they put up like less than 17 points. He's got to be on the hot seat.
I like Matt LaFleur a lot. I think that
Right.
he is a great head coach, and I love a young offensive head coach. But there
Yeah.
is some things that I find myself, I just want a little more out of him, and I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know. Like every time he gets put up in a situation against another what you could call guru head coach, he gets outclassed. And if you are Green Bay, I it's going to be hard to justify firing him because of the Micah Parsons injury and just things didn't go their way. But I for sure think that going into next season, if they miss the playoffs or they get bounced first round, I think that that's something that you have to look into. And don't get me wrong, somebody's going to pick him up in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, he'll be head coach again somewhere else. I don't know where to, but let's talk about a little bit about your Browns. Get the dub against the Steelers. You know that game means a lot, regardless of record, regardless of what's on the line. Shador Sanders, as a Browns fan yourself, I'm gonna ask you: 8 interceptions in the last 4 games.
Yeah.
My opinion is I would look elsewhere for a quarterback firmly off of the fact that I think that Shador has a ceiling. It's not a clear ceiling, but I feel like there's a visible ceiling with how good he can get in the NFL. I would look elsewhere if there was anywhere else to look, and there's not. The Browns are not getting the first pick. So are you going to reach on Ty Simpson in the draft? No chance. No chance. You have to wait another year. You have to play Shador another year at least. And is that the game plan you think in within the organization? Do you think that they're already set on, you know what, we're sticking with Shador another season, or do you think they're going to look elsewhere in free agency? Because I don't see them drafting, not in the first round.
Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't recommend drafting another quarterback either. The 8 picks of the last 8 games, I can honestly say probably 4 of those 8 were not his fault. Bouncing off the receiver's hands or just tipped up by the D line. Like just a lot of unfortunate plays. But moving forward, they cannot draft another quarterback. There's not enough help over here in Cleveland. I'd say you're going to have the 6th pick of the draft, most
Yeah,
likely. Probably not picking inside the top 5, but you do have 2 first round picks. Jacksonville did turn out to be better, so that pick won't be as valuable as you thought it was. But still, 2 first round picks. I say you revitalize the offense. You got to improve the offensive line
yeah,
now. Like
yeah,
it's an aging O line. They're in and out the lineup. They've had I think maybe 10 or 11 different offensive line combinations this year alone.
yep.
You got to get another playmaker on the outside of receiver. And I say once you
Isaiah
do
Bond
that,
looks really
and if
nice. I like Isaiah Bond. I
he's
think he's
solid,
gonna.
I
I think
like
he's gonna be
Bond.
a solid two third
Yeah.
option probably for the
I could
Browns.
I like him. Yeah, I could see him as maybe like a good three, a
Yeah.
good three.
Hmm.
Um,
Upper echelon of the
yeah,
threes.
and then you got Fannin, the rookie Harold Fannin. He looks like a
He's
beast.
amazing. I think you
I'm
move
like he
off
looks.
Njoku
Yeah, yeah, I would too. Maybe do another year. I wouldn't be mad at one more
on
year with
draft
Njoku,
night.
but after that, if somebody wants him and they're giving good
Yeah.
compensation, then yeah. But if not, I'm fine with one more year of Njoku. Running back, lose Judkins. That's
Mm,
obviously a killer. But I'd say once you put all those pieces together, if Shador can produce,
yeah.
hey, maybe let's rock out another year. And if he's not, then you'll know you got the players. You just need to draft a quarterback. So
Yep.
that's how I'd move accordingly.
Yeah. At worst, he'll be kind of a bridge for the Browns if they do decide to move off of him. It's going to be interesting though, because I don't know if I think a team would take a chance on him, but this is the best shot he was going to get as in terms of
Yeah,
starting and proving himself. Like a lot of things had to happen. Think about how much had to happen for him to become starter,
yeah.
and
I
he's
think
had
he
some.
deserves an off season
He
as
does. He's
quarterback
had some
one.
flashes, and to talk about the team on the other side of the ball, Steelers
Yeah,
played like they were trying not to let Miles get the record, rather than focusing and handling their business and winning a game that would pretty much put the Ravens to sleep. It would have been over. And Tomlin has never gotten the offense right since Big Ben has left. He has never gotten the coordinator right. And a lot of these, think about how many times you heard of the Steelers. Oh, they're moving off their OC, great. And then they hired, they hired who? Same guy. So Steelers are 0-4-1 in the past 5 games versus teams 8 games below 500. That is a horrible stat. My take on it is that this team is going to get their teeth kicked in by whoever runs into them. I don't want to call it a free pass, but I mean, what have they shown us for us to sit here and say that this team is a threat to anybody else in the playoffs?
yeah, this was a embarrassing performance from the Steelers. This is an absolute must-win game. This is a game if you win, you don't have to play your starters. You give your 42-year-old quarterback a week of rest, and now you can fully prepare to see if we can go on a playoff run.
Yup.
But no, you put up 6 points. The offense unprepared. You're throwing 4th and 1 go balls to Scotty Miller on the perimeter when you're missing guys right underneath. You're
Yup.
dirting the ball quick because you're not going through your progressions because you don't want to give up a sack to Miles Garrett. I mean,
Yeah.
congrats, he didn't get the sack, but you lost the
You
game.
lost the
Now
game.
you're in a must win situation versus a red hot Ravens team right now. This is a team that is sizzling, and this is
They're
how you want to be playing
dangerous.
when you're going into the playoffs. Like Derrick Henry, this is not a man you want to tackle come December and January. And I think if Harbaugh could just find his way to not cost the Ravens, don't kill the Ravens, Harbaugh. And I think they could beat the Steelers. But regardless, Steelers win or lose next week, I do not have this team winning a playoff game,
Nope.
regardless of the win.
Yeah, I don't either. I think regardless of who's under center, Lamar or Snoop, I think that they're the more dangerous team. They're the more complete team, and they could give anybody in the NFL a problem on any given night. I can't fully say I believe that is the case with the Steelers. So yeah. All right. Let's talk about the
Philly Buffalo?
We'll talk Philly Buffalo. I wanted to just touch on the Panthers Seahawks game. Bryce Young,
Ah,
54 pass yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. The defense is legit. I fully believe that the Carolina Panthers defense is 100% legit. I love what Dave Canales is doing. He has earned himself at minimum a couple more years as the head coach for the Panthers. And as for Bryce, I don't think that I can say the same. You know how I feel. I don't think that you can draft a quarterback at that size and expect him to be a franchise changer. I mean, we've seen plenty examples of it. The only guy you can think of is somebody who played a long time ago, maybe Doug Flutie or Drew Brees, but Bryce Young really isn't that prolific of a NFL quarterback, and I don't think he has the capability to be. And this is coming from a Panthers fan, but um, I just don't see this team making it difficult on anybody if they do get in the playoffs. And I'm speaking for both the Bucks and the Panthers. Panthers have a better chance to give whoever they play in the playoffs a bigger go, a run for their money than the Bucks do because the Bucks can't stop a nosebleed. We watch teams get ugly wins all the time on defense. You can't really say the same about a shootout. I mean, we just saw the Bears and Niners, which we'll touch on in a second, but that's not the type of game you want to get into in the playoffs. So who do you think that the Bucks are a bigger threat than the Panthers if they get in? I don't. I think both of them, for the record, are not
I think,
great,
yeah, I
but
think if we're speaking teams right now, yeah, I would say the Panthers are more of a threat. But if I had to say you put each team at their best, I think the Bucks are more of a
yeah,
threat just because
they
of the
just haven't showed
versatility
it in
on the
8 weeks.
offense. Yeah, it hasn't been there since the beginning of the week. But if they could somehow bring up that first like 4 or 5 week production, this is 100% a team that could upset somebody with the offense. But the way they've been looking the last 2 months,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a big sample size. They've lost 8 of their last 10, so I'd have to say the Panthers. But either
yeah.
way, I don't see either of these teams winning a playoff game either.
No, no chance. All right, let's talk Eagles Bills. It was a really interesting game. I mean, 13-12, I believe, was the final score.
Yeah, hold on.
Um,
Yeah, I got a question to ask you about this one.
all
In
right,
that
all
second
right,
half,
all right.
so
Okay.
how would you feel if your quarterback had three halves this season of 0 or negative passing yards?
I would seriously consider moving off of him. And in this case, for this team, that's not a you can't move off of Jalen Hurts. So I'm gonna answer that question and say I would feel very concerned. But you look at the record and you look at that all-time defense, and it's like it's just like it's hard. It's a hard thing to put into words when you're like, I know this guy isn't good enough, but they just keep winning. So I don't know how to feel. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling you that coach, that offensive coordinator are making it hard on Jalen
Oh,
Hurts.
yeah, definitely.
They're
Oh,
making it
definitely.
hard on Jalen Hurts, but I can't sit here and tell you that Jalen Hurts is in a tier with the guys that can go and win you ball games, put the game on their shoulders, put it on their plate, they'll handle it. I don't think that's not Jalen Hurts' style, and that's okay. That's fine. I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's a winner. There's just a couple of weird vibes going on with the teammates, and it just
Yeah,
seems like he's not the best locker room guy anymore. And I think that's just I think that's
Sirianni's a
just
clown.
and the this jumping up and down on the sidelines thing was really
6-0, mind you.
really off-putting, to say the least. And for a team that has won what they've won in the short amount of time that they've done it, for you to be jumping up and down on the sideline as if you
Yeah,
just won the Super Bowl is really embarrassing. And I have not seen a single I've talked about this on Twitter. I have not gotten a single response from an Eagles fan that disagrees. They all feel the
yeah.
same way that it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the Eagles. This is Sirianni. He's a high energy guy. He's a
He's a
guy with not
clown.
much poise. So that's not really what I want to see from my coach. But that's the Eagles. This is the consensus on Eagles fans. They're an obnoxious a group of fans, always rowdy, high energy, look
So
toxic. One of the
bad.
most toxic fan bases in the NFL. It's proven time and time
They
again,
love
and he
their
fits
ball
the mold
clubs.
exactly as the CEO of the team, the head coach. That's his team. That's Philly. It's
Yeah.
freaking Sirianni. He's a clown.
Yeah. That's that. And to touch on the game, the Eagles were bullying the Bills in the first half. But my biggest problem with Philadelphia is what we saw when they played the Cowboys. You go up 3 scores and you can't close a team off in the second half. You just can't. And it's because they can't run the ball. And if you can't run the ball, then you're not going to be able to put these teams to sleep. So they need to realize that. They need to draw up a game plan designed to keep your foot on the gas. You have to attack teams. It doesn't matter. A 3 score lead nowadays is nothing. You saw last night the Rams and the Falcons. The Rams almost came back down 21. Leads like
Yep.
that mean nothing. When you get to 28, okay. But 3 scores, 2 scores, what in what right state of mind as a head coach and as an offensive coordinator with Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo can you sit there watching that game and think, "Oh yeah, let's just lull them to sleep. Let's lull the best quarterback in the NFL to sleep." It's not
I
happening.
mean, Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing that day, but
Did I
um,
try to sneak him in?
yeah, definitely snuck that in.
Fuck.
But yeah, I got more concern with the Bills' offense. Honestly, I mean, this team went scoreless for 55 minutes of
And
this
they're the flip
55
of
out
the
of 60
Eagles.
minutes of this
They're
game.
the flip of the Eagles. The Bills are the flip of the Eagles. They get it going in the second half.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I mean, you want to see Josh Allen make that throw. I don't want to kill him for that throw because he's gonna make that throw 9 times out of
All right,
10.
look.
But that's a throw you gotta have. You gotta have it.
I'm gonna say
Legendary
something.
players are not missing that throw. Patrick Mahomes not missing that throw. Tom Brady not missing that throw. These are quarterbacks that are not missing that throw.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm a Josh guy, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I love Josh Allen. I don't think you're gonna find a lot of people who will defend Josh Allen like I have. I'm a day one Josh believer, and I'm gonna tell you, if Jalen Hurts was in that position and Jalen Hurts missed that throw,
Oh my God.
they would eat him
Oh God.
alive.
Yeah. And that's a
They
problem.
would eat him
Yeah.
alive. And I feel like people give Josh a lot of grace because of the team that he has around him. And the narrative is that
Yeah.
he gets carried. And I just have to say, to the standard that I hold him and to the regard, how high of a regard I hold him in, you have
Yeah.
to if you're the guy, you have to make those plays. He didn't, and they lost. Um, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. But the
He's
Eagles,
gotta be better or he will not win the Super Bowl.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
people might not wanna say it, but, like, just because Mahomes is not there, I'm not guaranteeing the Bills a Super Bowl. I've been on record saying I don't think they can win the Super Bowl,
yeah.
whether that's because of the defense or maybe Josh Allen has a game like this because he can have a game like
He
this.
can.
This isn't uncommon. He's
Houston
done this
had him.
before.
Houston had him in a bind. I mean,
Yeah, Houston embarrassed him, and he's had, that first game versus the Patriots. He didn't come to play in the first half. They were asleep, so it's just like, is this the year? Because
it's
if it's
just
not this year, I don't know.
I think Josh has to play. I think it's kind of like almost like a Michael Jordan situation in the sense that I feel like Mike always felt like Mike was never cool with not taking the last shot and not being the
Yeah,
guy, you know what I mean, to win you a game. And I feel like Josh, in a sense, feels like he has to be on Superman cape mode 24/7. I think you got to trust in your teammates a little more. And I want to see the Bills set up a game plan because if James Cook doesn't rush for 100, 120 yards, I mean,
yeah,
it's on Josh. It's literally on Josh at that point. I would like to
yeah.
see
He's
them fix
Superman,
that.
but I can't go to the huge Superman extent when that's a routine throw. That's a
Yeah, oh
15
yeah,
yard
yeah.
throw.
That's
You
when you
gotta
gotta
hit him
make.
like
He
can't do.
knows
Oh
it.
yeah,
You saw
when he
his
does
reaction.
everything, he's got to make that throw. It
Yeah.
it sucks, but they don't have a shot to win the division now, so they'll
Mhm.
probably just end up resting starters, or they might play for positioning. Who knows what they're thinking? This AFC is still loaded, so it's gonna be interesting playoff format.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think the Eagles can beat any team
Yeah.
that they
I
want.
mean, they've shown it. Look at
They've
the teams
shown
they
it,
beat this year.
and they've had some good performances on offense. So I don't know what it's gonna take to get. Like, I can't say that I'm confident in that offense to have 3 straight games of good, competent offense with route concepts that actually work and make sense. Like, that's the
Yeah.
problem with the Eagles, so I don't know if I can trust them, but defense wins championships, and they have the defense. Jalen Carter
Yeah.
is the nastiest player in the NFL, and they the
He's
Eagles, I would
serious.
love to see more teams do this, and I'm not talking when I say this, I'm not talking about guys who have done some heinous stuff, you know what I mean? I think Jalen Carter, obviously a lot when he was coming out of college, a lot of the talk around him was he is a top 5 worthy pick, but we just can't roll the dice because of his off the field stuff and his attitude. I love the Eagles' approach. They said, "We're gonna take him in," and, I think he's matured. I think he's a lot better of a grown-up, and that's what the Eagles do, They're a great offensive organization, or, I mean, they're a great all-over organization, but Nick Sirianni is not representing them as such. He's a classless coach, and the Eagles are a class franchise. Like, they are a great.
He's more indicative of the fan base more so than the organization, and I
Yep.
think that's the problem.
Yep, and Howie Roseman's doing a great job, so they're in good hands. Because Nick Sirianni doesn't do anything for the Eagles. That's just
Yeah.
my take on it. He doesn't do anything for them, and
Might motivate some people, but I don't see
like the way
he's
they
just
look
not
at
that
him, I
good to
mean, you can
me.
tell like they're tired of this guy. AJ Brown's
Yeah.
looking at him embarrassed while he's yelling at people and all this, but yeah, the Bills, I still think they can win a Super Bowl. Call it crazy. I still think they can because Josh is that good of a player. You just
They
gotta get
can.
you
I
just
wouldn't
gotta
pick
get
him, but they definitely
the
can.
defense has had some games where it's like, okay, if we can play like that,
Yeah.
you can beat anybody, but we're gonna have to see them string them along. So I don't know. Let's talk Bears 49ers. Brock Purdy, pick six, first play of the game, doesn't care, keeps slinging it. They beat the Bears in a shootout. That was a
Yeah.
great game to watch.
Polar opposite of the Philly game.
Great game to watch. Two offenses that are really getting hot right now. And Brock, like I said, stays aggressive, unfazed. And it was 21-14 at the end of the first quarter. And I thought
Yeah.
to myself, I don't trust either of these teams to go into the playoffs and make a run with these defenses. There's just no
Yeah.
chance. The Bears, you have if they don't get turnovers, they're just not there. You might as well be
Yeah, their
playing
defense is not good.
a sack of
Yeah.
rocks. Like
Yeah.
that is and the Niners are both teams, Bears and Niners are so injured. But
Yeah.
I thought Caleb Williams threw some balls that some fuck you balls. Like some in the pressure in the face, flick of the wrist,
Yeah.
all arm, dime. Luther
Yeah.
Burden's a great player. That's all I have. Luther Burden's a great player. I mean, that
Yeah,
guy, they
Luther
hit on him,
Burden,
bro.
he's
And I
yeah.
did not think that coming out of college, um, I, coming out of college, I wanted to see like more out of him. I wanted to see he didn't have that much production in his
Yeah.
last year in college, so that's
Yeah.
why he slid down a little bit. But they took a roll of the dice on him, and he's an outstanding
Yeah.
player. I don't know what he went down at the end of the game. I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming he's okay. But
Yeah.
they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him.
Yeah. This was a potential we might see this rematch again
Yeah,
in the playoffs. I
you
think
heard
it's
Caleb
very
say it.
likely. Yeah. And this is I think it's gonna be another shootout because I don't think that this Bears defense. I don't think they can stop the Niners, and I don't
No.
think the Niners can stop the Bears. I think it'll be another shootout. It's gonna come down to those last couple plays. Who makes a couple more plays this way? Who gets some more breaks? Maybe a ball bounces this way. That's what it's gonna come down to, and that's playoff football. You look at Brock Purdy. That's 10 touchdowns in the last 2 games. I mean, he's playing. He's playing kick-ass football right now, and you got Caleb Williams finally stringing along multiple performances, looking great, not turning the ball over. So it's I like both of these offenses. My concern is obviously the defenses for the Niners. They're more so injuries. Like they don't have enough guys out there. It's
Yeah,
just there's not a lot of names where people can just make
they
plays
got
in
to
the
get really
secondary.
creative.
Yeah,
Really creative.
there's rumors Fred Warner could maybe be leaning back towards a return, like, but I don't
Just
like
stay
that,
home,
and
dude. Just stay
you're
home.
missing Bosa, so that's a huge concern for them. Salah's doing everything he can, and you look at the other side with the Bears, extremely opportunistic. I
Yeah.
think they have 33 turnovers, but if you can find a day where they are not probably putting up 2 turnovers,
Yeah.
you're probably going to beat this Bears team because you're going to be able to move the ball, control the clock, and keep Caleb Williams and that offense off the field.
Yeah, I agree. And Caleb, that second touchdown where he just drifts out the pocket, hits Colson Loveland for a bomb, hits him with the
Yeah,
hard count, works the hard count, veteran stuff at the line, free play, bomb. But Caleb's got to hit Duvernay on that final drive. It was second down, had him wide open in the middle, just didn't see him, sees him
yeah,
way too late and throws a terrible ball. I think that with Duvernay's speed, that was the game. I think he could have ran it in from there. But
yeah,
this is reoccurring thing with Caleb. We've said this before. You got to make the easy stuff easy, and
yeah. He's
I
got to hit the layups.
and he had a layup, he just didn't see it. You know, I'm seeing, Aaron Rodgers get killed on film reviews for just absolutely not seeing stuff. I think that play was bigger. I mean, but this is my thing. You can't really point at that play and say, "Damn it, you gotta make that play," because I mean,
They
they
put
put
up
up
38 points.
38 points.
Yeah, come
That's
on.
all you can ask for. So the defense has to play better, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at for that game. Um,
Yeah, you're not going to lose too many games in the
no.
NFL with 38 points, let alone a playoff game. Like, you might not even see
You go
38
into
points.
this offseason knowing what you need to do, and
Yeah,
they know what they need to do. Let's talk the Monday night game. A little bit
yep,
of a meaningless game for the Falcons, but that's what makes it the spot so dangerous at home. You got a
yeah,
team in the Rams that's flying 6 hours to play you. 27-24. Atlanta was up 21-0 at half. So the Rams had a little
yeah,
comeback going, but Stafford turned the ball over way too much for them to have a chance.
yeah.
And he lost the MVP in that game. Drake Mays, your MVP. To touch just a second on
Yeah,
the.
I don't even agree with it though. Honestly, I still
Do
think
you think
Stafford's the
it's the
MVP.
schedule?
I mean, you look, he's got more yards, he's got more touchdowns. They got the same amount of picks. He's played obviously a tougher schedule. Both teams are well, his he's number one for his team, but Stafford is right there, close to with the wins. So, in my opinion, I'd give it to Stafford. Drake May's only in year two, like he's got plenty of time to get an
Yeah.
MVP. I say you get Stafford this MVP, let him ride on now with this last probably chance to get one.
Yeah. The last quarterback to be this young to win it was who? Was it Cam?
Um,
I can't remember off
25th.
top.
Is he won 2015? Because that was like 3, 4 years.
I can't think of
Maybe
an.
Lamar.
Oh, you're right. Well,
I think Lamar. Maybe Lamar. I think year
I
two
think
Lamar,
Lamar's
year three
was a little
Lamar
bit
won
older.
MVP.
I'll look at that. But while I look that up, I just wanted to touch on the Falcons for a second. Bijan Robinson is the best running back in the NFL
Yeah, I think
besides
so. I think he's the
Christian McCaffrey,
best.
maybe. But I mean, dude, I've never seen a running back jump cut like Bijan
Yeah,
Robinson. Bro, he is like a Energizer bunny. Like he
yeah,
literally, you think, oh, they blew up the play. D tackle blew up the play. Bijan will jump cut twice, and he finds a way to make it happen. Gets six
and he
yards,
hits
gets
top gear
60 yards.
quick.
Once he's
Yeah,
gone, he's gone. He's
yeah,
gone.
he's ridiculous. His ability to make defenders miss, and not only when he makes them miss, like he's embarrassing these dudes, but like when you make somebody miss, like they're still like getting a hand on you, like they're
They're
not
dead in
even
the
touching
water.
him. Like he's just like putting them in the dirt, hand touching earth. Like they are not even close. Bijan Robinson, in my opinion, is the best overall back in the NFL. I think when it comes to running it, obviously between the tackles, outside the tackles, pass game and pass blocking. So I think just you take all three of those. I think he's just the number one back in the NFL to me.
Yeah, Lamar won it at 22 in 2019, and then Mahomes also won it.
Oof.
Mahomes won it in 2018 when he was 23.
Oh yeah, his very first year he
Yeah.
did. Yeah, his first year
So
starting.
some elite
Of course,
company,
classic Patty.
some elite company of Drake. And dude, I love Drake May. I have dreams of Drake May being in a Carolina Panthers uniform and helmet, and it just
Wow.
looks so right. It looks so right. It just looks so right to me. I can just see him in the silver helmet with the white uni on though.
Yeah,
And then
here.
when I think about the color rush one, it's
Keep
like
dreaming, bro.
it's like, wow. It's like, wow. Then you wake up and you see a 9 on the jersey, and you're
Let's work
like,
9.
"Is that oh, it's Bryce
Let's
Young."
work 9.
Hey, 9. Alright, actually, you got me fucked up. Don't call my quarterback 9. That's B9. Don't call my quarterback 9. He's not 9. But, alright, let's wrap up this episode. Actually, let's talk a little bit about the Ohio State game, and then we'll wrap up. Ohio State plays
Yeah, we
Miami
can. Yeah.
tomorrow. This is a 9.5 point spread. I think that Miami's defense is super underrated. I think that they're in the trenches. They are built to win a game like this. I just don't see that offense and Carson Beck being able to move the ball down the field on that Ohio State defense. So I'm leaning. I got a ticket in with Ohio State money line and Georgia money line. Just a little two leg. Keep it simple. I also have Georgia regular, but we'll do picks later on in the week. Give me your thoughts on this game, and would you be shocked if Miami pulls it off and beats, not covers, beats Ohio State?
Oh, yeah, if I mean, because they could win it all if they
Yeah,
beat Ohio State, but no chance.
no
No
chance.
chance. Ohio State wins 10 plus. I think,
Yeah, you think
Miami's
they
really gonna
cover?
struggle to score. Yeah, I think they cover. I just don't think Miami's gonna be able to put up more than if they put up 17 points, I'd be
That'd be
impressed. Like,
impressive. That would be impressive.
yeah, so
That would be impressive.
I just don't see them doing that, and I think Ohio State, they're just gonna have more opportunities with the ball. Miami secondary still a little shaky. They got one
Yeah.
of their best corners back. He just came back last week, so he's still kind of getting his legs back, and now you have to guard Jeremiah Smith.
Mm.
So GG's. I'm gonna take Ohio State in that game.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be able to slow them down enough. It's all in Julian's hand. You know, if he plays a good game, then they're in good hands. Yeah, but I do like Ohio State. All right, we'll wrap up this episode. We're gonna drop the picks episode and talk Week 18 a little bit. Really good game on Saturday that we'll break down for you guys. Talk college
Yeah.
football and all that good stuff. It's been your boy David Bug, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And that'll be all. All right, y'all. Peace.